What's up, guys? Come on in, let's take it straight down. We are going into plank rotations. So we do have our planks, but we have the same setup as we had last time. 15 exercises, 50 seconds on, 10 seconds between. All right, and we have 3 rounds there. We'll finish with our plate hops. And let's take it up into your plank and rotate.
Decision without the heart being involved. It's okay to a certain extent when you're going to reach the limit. Your life's going to be functional. It's not going to be fulfilling. The message in a way is whatever you do, it's good to integrate the heart, to integrate and ask what is the underlying feeling in the average day. Everybody, no matter where they are, is able to transform something.
We have a side plank.
It's possible. Second of all, there are methods how
Take
to
it
do
down
it. And third of
into
all,
your side plank
you don't
and
need to wait
reach.
for anybody to come into your life in order to start it. So the message is there is a big part that you have in your own hands. And there's a big other part you don't have in your hands. And I'm just saying, maybe it would be good to focus your energy into the things that are 100% based on your own energies and your own actions. In Buddhist teaching, number 1 is about you yourself become suffer-free, first of all.
You might feel this
for
in your
yourself.
hip.
And second one is develop the compassion to help other people, other beings, not just humans, to get along the same path for personal liberation. So why is that compassion so important?
Oh,
Because
we've all been taken out by a stomach bug for the past couple of days, so hopefully that took a couple of minutes.
in the here and now, in the present
Oh, it's been awful.
what does it actually express? It expresses alignment, and that's what very often you may be missing. Alignment. Inside of yourself, you think about something, what you really want. You think about what you really want, but your words say something differently. And your actions are also again a complete other area. So you think this, you say that, and you do this. And then it's like, okay.
Try and keep going the best you can, okay?
How should the power of the universe know what
We're
you
in our
want?
plank for
If
2
you, for
final
yourself,
exercises
are
here.
separated into
and then we
beings.
move on.
But if what you carry in your heart, carry in your mind,
Okay, shoulder and toe taps.
act upon it.
Bringing the toe
All these 3 things
to the hand.
together. It's
We're not
so
reaching
easy
back for this one, right?
universe,
Alternating.
whatever you call, to
Tap.
understand
Tap.
this is what he or she really wants. Here it is. Because there's no doubt about it. Because it's pure. Because it's direct. Because it's no disturbance. No interference. It's clear. And this is where I think like this power comes from. And this clarity of body, mind, thought, word, action.
Let's
This you
keep
can
going.
only observe about yourself in the present moment. This is why I
There
think
will be
it
no
matters in a
uploads
way. If there is some influence you
until
have in your life consciously,
the
then I
23rd.
think the best
I
time
won't get
to
home.
do the adjustments
I will
is
not be around to
just
get
the present moment. If there's something to adjust,
those loads up.
to take your life into your hands, let's say, it can only happen now. Simply said, be content, be full, wake up, and already be ready.
Let's pop over the knees.
Everything you need, here it is. Should I not do the things that are available today? Should I not go on the beach if I like to go on the beach? Buy a nice car if I like to buy a nice car? Jump from the parachute if I like to jump? I didn't say that. What I'm saying is, if your satisfaction about life, your fullness of life, is dependent on these things, then it's a problem. Because they will not be available to you at all times. When I set myself a goal that I really want to have, I have no doubt about it. I only need to have patience. I need to be clear and calm to really figure out the proper plans. My energy is
In
there.
your bow position, reaching for the
Something
toes.
is nice.
Legs elevated the whole time if you can, okay?
Whatever is important to me. Where
Press
your
back.
heart is, there
Elevate,
is the mind.
lift.
Where the mind is, so where the intention is, there is the energy. Where the energy is, there's the creation. So, if your heart is hanging on something, but your actions are doing something else, that just means your energy and what your heart really wants, they are not merging at all. So the universe
Come on, lift
doesn't
up.
know. What do you want? What should the universe give you now? So for me, it's all about alignment. What I feel inside aligns with what I talk. It aligns with what I think. It aligns with what my actions do. It aligns optimally with the proper circumstances. And when everything is aligned,
Hand
you
release.
can just flow. Then
Same thing
it
again,
just
both
flows and it
legs.
just happens.
If you need to tap down, do it, okay?
And love your body. Nourish your body. Nourish yourself in such a way that you understand it's something right now very, very precious to have. This is number one. There is a difference probably what type of sport you are doing. The question is inside your organs, everything inside. How much tension do you carry there? This is also a way what is happening in all of these martial art practices, meaning you become more fine than even about your body. And the more fine you become about the body, the more access you have to it. And because you become so fine, the mind becomes so fine. It becomes more subtle to the changes that are happening inside our lifetime. And then what do you do with that ability of you sense changes? It is like
Leg
a
raises.
way better possibility right now.
Second round
to
through will
really
be easier.
fine-tune your life. That frequency doesn't sound right, but now it's okay. Yeah. So it has something to do with how fine are you to adjust your life. It's like you're a busy man, you have a hobby, you have a profession, you have a podcast, maybe you have a girlfriend, maybe you have children. The more you have, the more aware you need to become. How do all of these areas actually interfere to your overall feeling?
Keep going, keep
And
going.
if one of these things needs more attention, you need to be able to sense this. If another is too much, then you need to take a little bit. So it's always a type of balancing. The more areas in life you have, the more detailed, the more fine you have to become to balance all of this out. You spend too much with podcasts and with work, with your hobbies, well, your relationship won't be happy. It's just going to be like this.
A bow
But
hold
you
with
give
little
all
pulses.
only into the relationship where you are unhappy.
Head and shoulders come up. Elevate the legs.
Also important to you.
Pulse.
Don't have enough
Pulse.
energy. So it's a very
Pulse.
fine line
Oh.
sometimes to really figure
Keep
out
going, keep going.
how to adjust. And that means to be able to
Pulse.
really sense. Stop making too concrete plans and ideas how your life is supposed to look like.
Lift up.
Let's just imagine we plan everything into detail. You plan it so well that actually you know already where you are going to be in 10 years. What's the point of waiting 10 years long, knowing already what's going to be the outcome? Like, you know right now already what's going to await you in 10 years. It's pointless. There is something completely missing that we humans are able to tap into.
Doing the best we can, okay? Reverse crunch, and then we're into our tabletop position and all the way back to the top floor. 2 final rounds. So, reverse crunch, you can go all the way over and tap the feet back, or just here and tap.
I am determined. I commit to something. I give my life a direction. Let's put it like this. You give a direction, but what appears along the way, walking towards the direction, this is your open to. It's a kind of combination. It's not that you like freely float around in all directions, no. You are committed, you have a goal, that one is fine. But along this way, there is still something about spontaneity, there's still something about being able to adapt, being flexible, and also to sometimes immerse yourself into something that inside of your plan just wasn't there at the point of planning.
Yes.
Is that structure and the pattern of you are never enough. of where you are. There is
Okay,
always
tabletop pass-throughs. If you've got lightweights, you can grab them for this. Again, getting that rotation through the shoulders. Lift, legs up in that tabletop position, and reach.
How skillful are you walking through this lifetime? And the more skillful you are, the more beautiful, the more easy, the more playful, the more enjoyable you can walk through it. This is like the whole analogy, how I can maybe express it.
Krimet. Vanish tackle stains in a quick wash. Its unique oxy-action accelerator lifts stains as
Really try and reach.
Want to try the UK's #1 stain remover?
Also, if you have like an item, you can pass it hand to hand, and that will help you.
Novamid, found in Sunstein Clinical Repair, provides a blanket over the sensitive areas of the cheek.
Okay, still with the tabletop position.
Yeah. How to do once you
Reach.
savings.
Only there was some kind of sign.
Yeah. Sign would be great.
Help grow your money over 5 years or more. Search Barclays Ready-Made Investments.
Look directly up.
Hey Sainsbury's.
Now, as she looks down at the shimmer of strawberries bejeweling her spoon, Sally probably wants to know about how they're all specially picked varieties from Taste the Difference growers. Or she might ask how each one is hand-selected to be perfectly ripe, sweet and juicy. Let's find out.
They're proper nice then.
Oh, that's proper nice of you to say so. Superior Sunday snacking. Sainsbury's. Good food for all of us.
If you want to go deep in something, time is necessary in how much you spend on something. But at the
We
same
are
time,
still in this
also
position. We have single leg lowers.
ability to observe. I also witness quite a lot like feeling inside the people.
Extend
The mind
and tap.
sometimes I
Bring
feel
it back.
is not there.
Extend.
They are physically at a very beautiful place. Physically they are there, but the mind seems absent. Because apparently the mind and the body is nothing which naturally is regarded as being together. And this is the result of why? Because sometimes of the system. Because you continuously look and search for something which is not here right now. So what does it mean? It means body is here, but your mind is looking for something. And if you don't pay attention to this, it can just manifest and express itself in exactly such things. You find yourself actually in a place which is super beautiful, which is offering everything that you need, but you're not going to recognize it
Okay.
because your mind is a step already again ahead of it. And if this type of pattern, if this type of habit,
Extending your legs.
conditioning you don't
There.
realize about yourself, I really think you're missing some essential part about living this lifetime, which is about the enjoyment of what you have. So does it mean I should always enjoy just what I have at the moment without ambition? No. Again, balance. Work for things you like to have.
The lower down your legs are, the harder this is going to be.
But
So
observe
challenge
At
yourself.
the same time, when it comes, when it enters your life, do you still have the ability to really forget everything else and just enjoy what you have? There's something wrong there. It's really helpful, and especially it doesn't cost anything. This is the best part about all
And
these
release.
sharings and teachings. That it
Okay,
only
this time we're
depends
twisting
on
to the side
your
and pushing
perspective.
out.
Everybody already has his or her own perspective.
Lift up.
The
Twist.
more perspective
Push.
you have,
Come
the
back
more
through.
possibilities, the more choices you have. At the end of the day, you are the one, it's your life. You decide and you take the consequences. If sometimes in this lifetime you feel I'm stuck somehow, why? Why are you stuck? Because you continuously try to move forward with the old patterns that also haven't worked the last 10 times. It's time for a new perspective. And at the end, I see the situation from this angle, from that angle, from that one, from that one, from that one, from that one. So it means I see many perspectives. This is why I probably see many more
Keep
solutions.
going.
And then
We'll
at
be
the
back
end,
to the top.
I choose the one which I think is appropriate for what I can do and also
Release.
which consequences and they will come. Every decision will have a consequence. The question is, can you live with it or not?
But what you can do at all times
Plank rotations.
is to do something about what is in your
Low or high, it's up to you. Bring yourself up.
Turn the finger around. Do something about yourself. Develop yourself. Invest in yourself. You grow as a human being. You grow in skills. All of these things, they will naturally just follow. Because you are starting to express something that people nowadays are not seeing often anymore. You just become the magnet. Why? Because people are used already to average. Every day they see average.
Lift back up, come on.
They start to see something different. They start to see another attitude towards life. And so this feels, I think, like a magnet. Taking care of the mind. How do you do this? In order to know what is important to you, it's necessary also know.
Side plank. Let's reach for the toe this time.
7 days a week to only do important
Lift yourself up.
things. What I mean
Reach,
is
hand back.
balance.
Reach.
You consciously sometimes need to do something where you really feel this is really unimportant. Because it keeps something inside of you open. In our field, keep the body not just healthy, but watch out for methods to make the body really performant. Performant for that specific area where you want to find yourself.
Lift up.
Physicality, activity, vitality, yoga, many things you can do. But there should be something. For every person, there's the right time. There's nothing to hide, nothing to worry. It's in each individual hands. So why do they
Go for a
fail?
couple more. Come on. 2 off.
Because they haven't failed enough yet in
1.
order to make the next step. Or because they didn't see the lesson yet from that failure. There are so many different reasons why people do not continue. But it's just a question
That's
of
my
how
favourite
you
guy.
do it. Switching the states of mind. Putting yourself consciously into different states of mind. There are different ways how you can put this into practice. It is super helpful if you learn to work in cycles. For example, when it comes
Work
to
in cycles.
a new skill,
Ah.
you develop something, you need to learn how to use a new
Big
software
instinct
program,
here.
to learn accounting, to learn to
Like
do a
I've
web
been
page.
saying.
You want to develop something new about you. The most effective way is to cut yourself off for a certain period of time and do nothing else in between. For that period, for that cycle. I don't think it is a good method within a 30-day month to spread it apart, to have too many things at the same time. Here you make that skill, here you make that, here you make another one. Of course, people say, "Oh, I can't concentrate on one." Well, concentrate
Lift up.
on 3. Better on 3 than on 10. Because it's not just physically transforming, mental changes, and they just don't go so quickly if you jump too much. They don't penetrate deep enough for you to have a lasting impression of what it is that you try to develop.
Yeah. Whatever vision and dream you have upon yourself, that you are projecting upon yourself, I do think that you need to have at the same time a commitment. The commitment, and what are you going to do with that identity of yours if you
Lift
want
up.
to get there? You are creating because you want to help. You are not creating any identity of yours in order to harm. I think if this is what your initial intention is, then I think the penalty will come. You might
I
reach
had
it in this
wise mountain climbers up there. If you want to go there, you can. Bring the foot outside the hand. Otherwise, with me, cross over the knee.
You're gonna
There.
have everything that brings. You have all the reputation. It's all great. Everything you ever dreamt of, you have it. What you don't have is something that gives you real stability. Something that gives you real value in this life. I think it is something that can't be taken off from you. It is the connection to other fellows. It's a connection to humans, to animals, to this world, and ultimately the connection of this life. The mind can be your friend, and the mind can be your enemy. You worked so hard for it, and now you have it. Enjoy it. But you can't enjoy it if all the time you think about last last week, or if you think all the time
Okay.
about what happens in the future. Enjoying what you have is you arrive exactly where you are right now with what you have. That's it. There is no wishing
So
for
reaches
something more
in
of
your
the
boat
future.
position.
There's not wishing for something
Lift,
that
elevate.
happened of the past. No, you're in the present. That's it. And the more you realize this about yourself, the more you integrate this just into your normal being, then it starts to shift. Just bring more presence into present. If I observe myself, the most of the time I'm present and I'm realizing when I'm not. When I'm absent, I realize it. When I'm present, it's my normal state. For other people, maybe it's the other way around. The truth is, you're always present. You just don't know about it. There's some layer on top of the present which somehow makes you think you're not in the present. You're always in the present. Just the realization that you are is not there because it is overlaid by
Both legs this time.
if you take the thoughts away, you will realize, oh, there it is. One approach that we have at the moment in this world is, in order for us to feel full, we need to attain something, we need to do something.
Engage the
You need
core.
to have your diploma, you need to have your job, you need to have money, you need to have the first car, you need to have... So this approach is about, you need, it's about doing. But the realization that I was just telling you right now, that you have yourself, is no, it's not about doing. It's there already. It's just covered all the time. This time is not about adding something there. It's about this year must go. And
Come on.
must go. There it is. Nothing needs to be done. It is something we have to undo.
Leg raises.
This is the Eastern approach. It's the balance. You don't have to throw away everything that you have learned. It's just that you have more perspective.
Again, if you want to grab a weight and clamp up between your feet, you can.
Just find out for yourself. Sometimes this makes more sense, sometimes this makes more sense. Well, the important part is, as long as you have it, you can choose when to use it. But if you don't even have it, you can't use it. So what does it mean? Whatever there is to learn in this world,
If you
it's
can't
never
get that
to learn.
between your
You never
your
know
feet.
if you will need it one day.
just there like that,
And then it's better to have than to need.
or higher up your legs.
Out of many that are existing, I did talk only about
Works
this my
exactly
whole
the
life
same way.
because I walk this way. It doesn't mean it's the only way. It's just because I walked it for so long, it is my understanding of how these practices interfere or are connected with building up the
Okay.
life that you think is worth living. That's it. What is the Shaolin practices doing for me? Help me build up a life, a quality life. That's it.
Okay.
Ultimately,
In your boat position, try and get 3 pulses, then release, then come back up.
your body strong.
Elevate,
You have
Pulse.
movement
Pulse.
and on the one side also
Pulse.
sometimes
release
outside
if you
the
need to.
And it's so
Lift
nice
head and
how
shoulders, lift the feet,
There's
pulse,
everything involved.
Pulse.
There's diet involved.
Pulse.
There is
Release.
structure involved. Like
And again.
when it be good to wake up, when it's
Lift
good
up.
to go to sleep, and all of these things. So it's a whole
And release.
nice, let's say, culture tradition. This
Lift
is what
again.
is so nice about it. That the search is over. You don't need to search for like, here I take this yoga practice, and then from here I take the breathing exercises from here, and from here I take like the dancing moves, and then you have like a mix-up menu. But
Oh.
mix-up menu maybe gives you the
Okay, we've
feeling
got our
of
reverse crunches. I'm just going to
freedom.
grab that other weight because I want to use it for the tabletop.
Structure gives you direction. You eat at 8 o'clock.
Reverse crunch.
9 to 11. When you finish the training, you're hungry already. And you need to wait until 1 o'clock. Cannot eat in between. Yeah, but why can I not just go to the kitchen and eat when I'm hungry? Because this is your mind telling you. But there's something about you which is stronger than the mind. The mind can be your friend and the mind can be your enemy. And if I'm telling you there are 3 times per day eating, that's it. In the first weeks, still you're thinking about eating, you're hungry, all of this. But at some point, you will have accepted it. That, okay, 8 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 6 o'clock. You're okay. And what does it mean? Now the real freedom has come. Now you're free. Because even if you're hungry and you say next food is at 6 o'clock,
Okay, we're back to our tabletops.
it's good. And
one
not
final
free
round.
is. It's 2 o'clock, I'm already hungry. 4 more hours. I need to eat something. God, I cannot wait until 6 o'clock anymore. This is not free. This idea of what does freedom mean to you, does it mean you can go to the kitchen anytime you want? No. That means you are slave to the mind. Free is, no matter what the mind tell you, you can wait. I can wait. This is where now you see that sometimes it's necessary to have this obvious structure and discipline. But why? Because it's a helpful way to bring out that type of freedom that we say from our tradition, this is the freedom. It's also not the freedom in terms of walk through Cluj, you have many beautiful women, but at home you have your own women sitting already. Now you could say, well, it's a free world, we're all free, so my wife is at home, but actually I can still flirt around. This is a way of where you say, well, this is freedom. Yeah, but where does this type of freedom lead to? It's leading to suffering. You're causing suffering by behaving this type of free. No, if you have one wife, you stay with that one wife, that's it. And you stay free from suffering. But if somebody is tempted too much, if somebody cannot handle his temptation, he's enslaved by temptation. And at some point, this type of behavior is not just going to bring suffering to you, it also brings suffering to everyone that you are involved in. This is where I say, what type of freedom are you talking about? And the freedom that eventually is going to get onto the costs or is causing suffering to you and other ones, this is not the freedom we want. It's the type of freedom that makes us be able to live together in the community way better. This is the way of freedom.
Single leg lowest in his hat.
You live life how you like to live it, and you let me live my life how I like to live it. I don't need to tell you your way is wrong, you should live like I do. No, this is not free, this is limited. This is thinking you have the answers to the questions of the universe. Well, you don't. Just as like I don't have them. The only thing I'm sharing right now is my observation. I don't say it's right for anyone. I just say until now, everything we talked about, it worked for me. If something is useful from what we have talked about and somebody tries it out and then realize, cool, also works for me, I'm really happy about it. But if somebody says, well, this is not my way of living, I don't share this opinion, it's not a problem. What is it in the evening that is sucking energy most probably? It's the mind. It's the mind activity very much, which is sucking a lot of energy. You go to bed, you wake up in the morning, but still feel like very tired.
Extending
and
the
not
legs
recovered.
from that
It might
tabletop
be the
position
reason
still.
that your brain,
Have one
your
more
mind
here
is
and then
still
one
too
final round.
Stop thinking too much of
It's
the
done.
past. Stop
And back.
dreaming too much about the future. Practice yourself, remain in the present, and this also then translates into your quality of sleep. Because when you sleep, you sleep. When you eat, you eat. When you talk, you talk. When you work, you work. But nowadays, people work and they think about eating. People eat and they think about sleeping. People sleep and they think about working. So there's something not aligned. There is no synchronicity. You are here, but actually something else is there. This is not how it's supposed to be. Being present means you sleep, you sleep. You talk, you talk. You eat, you eat. You walk, you walk. You drive, you drive. You listen, you listen. This is ultimately where all of this journey goes. And then the amount of
Twisters.
sleep is not so important, but the recovery rate is very, very different.
Legs come up.
I'm happy if I have 7 hours. When I have 7 hours, I'm happier. Yeah? 6 hours is quite limit. So 6 is really limit. I can maintain even 5 or 6 hours, but after a few days, I feel it's not good to continue like this. Because then you're starting to really burn some energy which you cannot recover anymore. Very interesting now when it comes to that word energy, how it is related to diet, breathing, and lifestyle. The quickest way to change something about the way how you feel during the day, or energy state, are these 3 things: diet, breath work, and lifestyle. If you have good nutritious food, if your breathing apparatus is working properly, and if your lifestyle, let's say waking up at at a certain time.
All the way back, just for one more round there.
Having enough sleep.
I
If
think
you
this is a
maintain all
remix
these
because
things,
we listened to
chances
this
are
before.
very good that your energy level is proper.
Okay.
If the diet is not good, if your breath is not good, if your lifestyle is not good, still you're alive somehow, but the energy that is now being sucked out from you in order to make you still functioning, it is coming from something that we, let's say, in the ancient tradition call, it comes from your essence, which means ultimately no good lifestyle, no good food, no good breath, life short. You die early. Very simple. So that's it.
Lift back up.
Come to this earth. 9 months long you were in the womb of your mother. Then you came to this world. Complete already. A complete existence. A complete life. Now this life is getting some additional information. Information that the parents put into you. Informations that come from education.
Okay, you can pick your option here.
From advertising, from
Or you can go one and one.
the point is you are
So lift yourself up,
your
elbow,
the world starts to fill up with
toe,
all type of content.
or one or the
But this
other, it's up
content
to
is not
you.
from you. This content is from people around you putting it into you. But because you were small and maybe didn't know about it, you allow it to happen. Which means now, if you look at your life, what are you? You are the representation, most probably, of all the ideas that other people have put into you. And if this feels unhappy to you, if you are not feeling well into your skin, well, you need to change your skin. Meaning, also starting to realize what actually is that type of stuff. What are these concepts, these ideas,
Lift up,
these
lift up.
thoughts, these categories that people have
One
tried
more, come on.
to put into me, and slowly start to get rid of them. Returning back to the state you came complete, you are complete. And now, because it's your life, stop wasting this lifetime trying to fulfill the wishes of any other person out there that have no interest in your life and that actually you also don't want to spend time with them. So don't take their advice, for example, so serious. What to do to build up at the same time now your self-confidence? Make yourself strong. Make yourself strong. How to do it? Always learn. If there is something to learn, learn how to clean, learn how to cook, learn how to wash the windows, learn how to repair the car. Whatever you can do, just do it. So that gives you that feeling there is something that you can do. You're not completely helpless. There are, of course, other people that can do it better, but still, it's not about that. It's about as long as you have a healthy body and a healthy mind. There are so many different options in this world.
Shoulder,
You can express
toe.
yourself in. But in order to do so, it is necessary to also use, to also engage in life. Meaning, if
Shoulder.
there is an option to learn, of course you learn. And then merging this learning
Control.
together with learn to build up the body. So mentally, you're going to become confident. Physically, you're going to become strong and confident.
So if someone was to come and kick you now in this position, you shouldn't fall over. You would be solid. You're engaged through the core.
Just don't mean anything to you. So cut the chains. And then start to use this lifetime because it's your lifetime. This one, only one time. So stop listening too much to other people, how to live your life or whatever. It's about the self-expression of your own perspective of how you would like this world to be. Of course, taking into consideration all your fellow
We just have our crossovers, knee to elbow. Then we move on
losing something.
from our planks.
Losing something also in terms of fear of the unknown. So what are you losing? The unknown. Fear of the uncomfortable. What are you losing? Yeah, be comfortable. This is where I see where this fear is based upon. It's the resistance actually against growing. It's the resistance against finding out how big this universe is and what is possible in this world. Because now just to imagine, if there would be no fear, there would be nothing unknown, nothing uncomfortable. So what does it mean? It means you could already see into the future what in 2025 you're going to do, where you're going to be, which people 2025, exactly this is going to happen. So for me, the question is, it feels really boring that just what you put to your mind and then just it comes 2 years later exactly the way how it is. Nothing better can come, because what can happen is dependent on how much you can imagine. If something is not able to be visualized or being seen inside of your
I need to put
mind,
the charger on, it's
inside of
gonna
your
go.
world, that would mean it can't happen in this world. And there again,
Keep going where you are, as you are, guys.
he or she, I don't know, it has more creativity, it has more power, it has more possibilities.
All the way to that peak if you can. Just do the best.
Ever imagine
Best you have right now.
with human mind. That's why the
Did it come on?
uncertainty of the future for me is nothing that is
There we go.
threatening me. For me, it's a good message.
Take your rest.
I don't know what is in 5 years, what is in 10 years, what is in 15
And
years.
lift again.
Because it leaves just so many things open that can still happen. The only thing I take care about is that my mind stays clear and my body stays strong. And all the other things, I don't know what comes, but when it comes, I hope I will be ready. I hope I feel be ready to enter into the future. So I really think a change of perspective that makes something which is terrifying into something which is inspirational.
Let's
What
go.
is true strength? The ability to let go. Meaning, let go of ideas that you are having for too many years already. Let go of your opinion. Yeah, if you realize the other opinions are also good. So
All right.
let go of
We're nearly there.
you try to keep all the time. We don't like
Again, with
change.
all that, but wait.
Human doesn't
Leg
like
raises.
change. Because it took so many years to build all of this up. So why should I change it? It's good. That's why to change something about all of this, for me it takes strength. Because it has something to do with you must let go of a part of you. But that's exactly the point. If you do not let go, I'm not always sure if carrying on an old identity into the future is working or not. Just as our world and our earth and all the technological advancements are changing, also we humans need to be able to adapt according to the changes that's happening. Meaning also sometimes changing our lifestyle, adapting towards to it, changing our body, changing our ideas, changing our views, and that takes strength because it always has something to do with letting go.
Okay, we have our little pulses in that boat hold.
Number one is a good observation that destruction is happening.
Again,
With your
just 3
awareness.
pulses, then
There's
release.
a picture.
So lift yourself up. Pulse.
And
2,
in the
3.
moment where our body
Release.
becomes active, for
Lift
example,
back.
when we
3, 2,
this awareness
1.
will be
Hand
inside
release. You can have your hands
has
over
5
top.
gates.
If
where
you want,
can just
coffin position.
well, let's say
3,
it leaks out through
2,
the eyes, it
1.
leaks out through the
Release.
ears, it leaks out through the nose, through the
And again,
sense of
lift up.
taste, and through the
3,
skin in
2,
terms of
1.
like physical
Release.
sensation. So whenever
Really
you
pushing in
realize
through the
that
lower back.
one of these gates is active, either too much
If you need your hands down for support, you can, or you can have them on your legs. 3, 2, 1, or over top, wherever is comfortable for you.
Then it just
Hands
means
to temple,
time to bring the awareness back.
either way,
The literal practice.
either or, anyhow.
Don't breathe and breathe. Why breathe?
Reverse
Because
lunge.
the breathing is happening inside of you. So that means this is the way of how to bring back very quickly the awareness into yourself. It's like right now, we can talk about the airships and about the wars and about everything, but in the moment where I say, I'm breathing in. I'm breathing in. No matter where your thoughts have been before. In the moment where you say to yourself, I'm breathing in, it's directly back, no matter what. Why we say the breath has so much power, because it's so direct, because you're not breathing out there, breathing as an exchange, observing when your awareness is getting lost, and then second of all, having an anchor to bring it back, and then continuously practice
Okay.
calming practices, meditative practices to yourself down, to catch yourself back, in order for you to
Over.
get a
Legs in that
better
tabletop
sensation and
position.
feel of
Rotate.
yourself when the awareness is about to leak out again. How I see AI is, it's a current state of technological advancement that we're having now.
Trying to tap the weights. Tap.
Just like we had always technical advancements in many different areas of human history. So ultimately, for me, what I see is the technology by itself, I don't see it as a threat. For me, it's always who is in possession of that technology and what is the intention behind the usage of it. And this goes for many, many things. Therefore, it's the same that I, for myself at least, would apply now to AI. It can, of course, simplify, make things before you've spent a lot of your lifetime. on some
Keep
of
those
the
weights with you if you want to reach for the toes with
more
them.
quicker.
Otherwise,
But the question is, quick is not always good. In some
body weight,
circumstances
it's up
and
to you.
use cases, AI is good. In
Reach for
other
the toes,
cases,
look
it
up to
might
the
not
sky.
be the proper way
Reach.
to leave it to
Reach.
artificial intelligence.
Press your back.
I don't know what the future is gonna bring. I don't know how
And
it's gonna
tap.
affect us.
Reach.
But the only thing that I can always suggest is, as long as there are still human beings on this earth where the blood is running through the veins, there are still a lot of unsolved questions that all cultures and all generations have always asked about ourselves. And if the world out there is getting too crazy, then just return back to that very, very simple question and figure out, what are you, who are you? And then everything else out there is forgotten. Because then you are entering into a world.
And release. Okay.
So why sometimes these type of topics or whatever pop up on your
Single
phone
leg
or
lowers.
why? It's because somewhere along the line
You can add a press in here if you want. You can go overhead. You can do whatever you feel that you want to do from here. So single leg lowers.
But this is the thing. You want to have an answer, you need to ask. This is why I don't know what people should ask. If I
This gonna taste alright.
My family loves to travel. And I love it when they all come back home.
Toffee combines what everyone loves. Hazelnut and caramel, hazelnut spread and chocolate. There's so much fun in toffee.
We're just extending through the legs again. You can hold the weights up top if you want to.
Hey Matt, what is this artwork?
The Median by Mauricio Catalan worth $6.2 million.
Or you can open out, extend, and back. Extend.
That's a $6.2 million banana.
Are you kidding? We need to find you another banana. This banana is-
Gentlemen,
What a place you have.
who eats art?
I think you're supposed to say, hey Meta. Like, hey Meta, who eats art? And then Meta would say, Chris Pratt.
Hey, madam, call my lawyer.
If I look at all the philosophies of many of the religions, many of the theories and concepts that are existing in this world right now, everywhere I see that there is some truth in it. All of them. But for me, the question is always, what if all of them are
Okay.
correct? There must be like a bigger view. It's bigger than Stoicism. It's bigger than Buddhism. It's bigger than Shaolin. It's bigger than a philosophy. And what is the biggest, I think, is the life itself. Buddhism is talking about, let's say, life. Stoicism
Final
is
exercise
talking
here.
about life.
Then we have our plate
Christianity
hops.
is talking about the life. They all talk about life. So what it means for me is the most important
Get a little pop in there.
everything
Pop up.
is the life. It's not the theory. It's not the concept. It's not the philosophy.
What
The
did I do
biggest
there?
teacher is this life.
Push.
And in
And
this
back.
lifetime, you
Pop.
can just observe for yourself
Twist.
what is it that you can feel. And then you work
Extend.
on the stoicism, for example, but you are missing
Uh,
the physicality. It doesn't mean that
okay.
stoicism is wrong. It only means that stoicism
take a second there. We're going to have
to a specific
10, 10 and 10.
Expand until
So grab your plates out if you have
What
them.
I'm looking for is a way, how can I look into the world? What type of perspective can I use that
And
helps
when
me
we're ready,
to
we will go there.
understand about my mental, to understand about my emotional world, to understand about my physical world, to understand about the relationship between people, the relationship between an individual and a group. So there are so many more layers in this life thinking that it's just very, very difficult
Alright,
to
let's not wait too
condense
long. We've got 10
into one
for 10.
because this life is not about a theory. This life is about you need to live this life. And whatever helps you to live this life in the best possible way, I think this is the important part. The discipline is necessary because you are doing something even if you don't like it. It's the same like in the morning when the alarm is ringing. Let's just say normally you
Okay,
wake
bring
at
yourself
6.
up
Try
and
out
let's get it.
tomorrow,
Little bend in the
wake up
elbows.
at 5:30, half an hour earlier. Normally your body is going to tell you, I don't like this. Okay, there's no problem.
And little
You
pause.
know you don't like it, but still you're gonna do it.
Okay, yeah.
And it's exactly
Which reminds me,
half
we
an
will
hour
have to get our
from
finisher in
5:30
today.
to 6, where you're only investing that energy into
We have to
yourself.
get it done.
So make very clear to yourself.
And I
even
had
if there's
planned
something that you don't like,
to
you still take this
do
challenge
that
right
in with
now.
our leg
There's
session,
no excuse.
which never
You
got
don't
loaded
have to
because
just do it. There's
my
some time.
stomach took a turn
What
for
I
the
think
worst.
is useful to learn a little bit is, in this lifetime, it's not always gonna happen.
We'll get it in
that
while
you're
we're
gonna
here.
meet people, meet
And then
situations,
hopefully,
and meet a life that you like. You cannot always
if we
choose
have the
if
time
you
for
like
it,
something
legs
or
will
not.
come in.
The only question is, what are you gonna do when something happens and you don't like it? And the only way is you need to keep going and make yourself stronger. Let's put it like that. So that means
Okay, this is our
don't
second
take
one in.
liking, disliking, want, don't want. Don't make this
Just
to
10.
a basis where you're
Lift
taking
up.
decisions from. I like, that's why I do. I don't like, I don't do. It's not working like this. Because this lifetime is not just about
And
that
release.
you
Grab
wish
water if you
something
need it.
and it's gonna happen. There is one very, very interesting way of thinking about this also, to actually ask yourself, not what is it that you want, not asking what is it what I want. Ask yourself, for example, the question, how much sacrifice, how much pain,
So, do we remember what we had in our finisher?
are you willing to
We
take
started with our burpees,
in
kick
order
forward,
to make your life become better?
high
Because at the
knees,
end of the
punches,
day, this is going to be what is going to make the difference. Because
jumping
everybody
jacks,
wants to have a successful business. Yeah. Okay. Are you willing
squat
to work
jumps.
14 hours a day
Was that it?
to build up your
No, we
company?
had something.
And if
Squat
someone
jumps,
says,
hops, and then
14 hours
we'll
is
add
not
on
enough, well,
We'll have
you're not gonna
first
have your successful business.
jump lunges
Are
as
you
well.
willing to sacrifice
Okay, let's
the
go
time
third
that you're
time.
spending with the family in order to build up your business? Because 14 hours you build up your business, 4 hours you're
With
sleeping,
the jumping jacks,
that means
if you feel
6
able
hours
to, go for
you're
a star
with the
jump
family.
instead. So
So
with
are you
any of the
willing to
exercises, if you know how to
sacrifice
advance
6
it,
hours,
do
for
it.
example,
Like
to
for
work
example
more
with these
to build
now.
up your business?
We're jumping onto the plates. You can also jump up here, but if you can clap in the air and then come back down, that's gonna be more effective than the plate hops. So even if you're not going for a push-up, you can go from a push-up. You get the momentum when you come back up, so you might be able to get a little bit higher up.
Become real.
But try just in your plank position to get some claps in there, if you can. This is our third round. I might try.
For example,
Look at me trying
wake
on.
up from the
No,
bed.
I don't know.
Don't
Okay,
check your
I'll give it a
emails.
go on the next, on the
Don't check
5th
your
round.
WhatsApp.
So third round here. Let's go for 10
Okay.
when I'm
You
exhausted.
wake up. You wake up alone. So first of all, if you want, go into the bathroom, clean your face, and then if you like, have 1 cup of coffee or tea or warm water. Doesn't matter.
Okay, we'll go one more like that, then have a longer recovery, and I'm going to try the claps. Okay.
Meditation practice, reading exercise or any Qigong exercise, yeah.
I've done the push-up claps
Do
before,
something where you are still
but from the plank
staying
position you
yourself.
don't get the momentum
Don't invest
that
your
you would
energy
get from the
in
push-up.
something that is like not you.
So it's slightly harder.
Don't write messages, don't make a phone call, don't go on the TV or anything like this.
So try if you can.
Stay with yourself, invest some time in yourself.
Even if you can't, just try.
But
Doesn't matter.
eat some breakfast, okay? Maybe in your mind, prepare the day already in the mind a little bit, and then afterwards, you start to take the phone. You start to make the
Okay, we've got 10, and then we're going to try for the claps.
action. It's
That will be our 5th
action part
round.
Is the summertime. The springtime,
So just as many as we can. We're not going to put a
you're not doing the action.
pressure to get a certain amount of number. If it's something you haven't tried before as well, even if you just get one, that is great. It's a good starting point. If you don't get any, then just go back to this one. For now.
Mind to also be, let's say, optimistic.
I have to throw it in there because I don't know if I will get any.
Don't start the day negative. Don't start the day with a problem.
But we can try. We can always
Don't
try.
start the day if you don't
And if
feel
not today, then
enough.
tomorrow. If not tomorrow, another day.
Invest
Okay,
your lifetime in elevating the openness
here and
of
now
the
is
heart.
not the be and end
This is
all
the
of it.
elevation. But
Keep
how
practicing,
are we
keep
able
doing the
to
plate
elevate
hops,
how
and
we
eventually,
know which level
when you're
of
more
elevation
comfortable
you
there,
find
you will
yourself
be able to do
in.
other
This needs
things.
to be tested.
You will be able to advance
If
it.
you are still getting angry,
Okay, we've
if
got
someone
10.
takes your cup of tea or takes your cup of coffee away, I mean, it's still far, far away from being an elevator soul, from being an elevated being. If small
Alright,
things like
let's
this
rest a little bit
still
more.
bothering you, could happen that more and more.
Okay, this is going to be our
you
5th
just
round.
dropping something, you are losing something, people take something from you away, it always triggers the same level of your elevation inside of you until you master it, until you have come to the conclusion, okay, it cannot be for the last
We
5
will have that
years,
slight bend in the elbow, so you do have a little bit of a push off.
I'm mad whenever somebody takes my cup of water. So
We're not doing these from a full locked out position
until
because you're just going to be
and when this
putting a
happens,
lot of tension through your elbows,
but now
putting yourself at risk
comes.
of injury.
Now maybe you start having a relationship
That's why we always have soft knees, we always have soft elbows.
with Janice. And
Soft
then
in the
you just
joints.
Observe yourself what happens when you are acting upon jealousy. Mostly the outcome is not going to be one that keeps the relationship
Okay.
alive.
This is a one-off here. So we're going to go back to our plate hops after this for 4 more rounds.
One relationship to
But
the
we're
next,
just gonna
to the
try
next, to the next. And then
just to
one day
see.
you're wondering why are you not able to keep up a relationship? Well, this is another type of challenge. It's another type that tries to trigger
don't be
how
nervous, it's
much are you internally elevated, evolved, how much
Alright.
have you matured, have you grown inside of yourself. And
Alright,
the
try not to think
amount
about it
of
too
tests,
much. Just go for it.
the amount of
Worst is going to
challenges,
happen, you're going to fall on your face.
infinite ways how to
Maybe
test
just
you.
grab a cushion if
But
you want one
one
there.
thing always stays the same.
Otherwise, we'll be
You
fine.
need to find a way to overcome them. The only thing I realize
Back
is
from
that
the plates.
I can be in 2 different states of
Okay.
mind. I can be continuously minding
Let's give it a
my
go.
pace, and whatever
Another
comes
thing
to
you
my
could
mind,
do if you want to
this is
advance
what
but
I
you're not quite able to get the
whatever comes
claps,
to my mind, I'm gonna
rather
do
than
it.
using the plates,
So
use your
just like
deck.
now, if I feel
Use it
like
on the low
I'm hungry,
level,
so
which
I'm
is still quite high for these.
I'm
So,
hungry, so that means
if you
I
have your
stand
deck
up,
there,
I walk
you can
somewhere,
jump on,
grab
jump off the
something to
deck,
eat, come back here.
which is again another added challenge.
Another state of the mind is
Which
simply
I-
that right now, for
I
example,
know I can't do that.
I'm talking with you,
I just
and
couldn't do
of
that even
course
at my
I can
strongest. I
observe
couldn't do that.
myself how
Okay.
maybe sometimes thoughts are popping up.
Maybe I didn't try hard
The
enough.
difference right now is that I'm first of
Okay.
all not directly identifying.
Let's aim for
them.
5.
I know they have popped up, but they just have no relevance
or
at the
2.
moment for the fact of that I'm speaking with you. This is at the moment what matters more to me than to eat or to drink something.
Okay.
Because I can see the source
We got
popping
5.
up.
This is why
Did you
I
get 5? Did you get 1?
identify
Did you get any?
myself with it,
Don't
because
worry,
it
if
has
not,
just come
it is
to
all
my
right.
attention.
We keep practicing with these
It's only come to my attention.
before
That's it.
long.
Just because something comes to your
We can
attention
chuck the plates
doesn't
off and
mean
just start
you have
doing
to
the claps.
act upon it. So one thing is to hold on to the sword.
All right,
This
we've
is
got 4
already
more
the first thing
sets of
that
10
many
here.
people sometimes do. The sword comes up and you actively actually hold on to
Let's
it.
lift up.
The second, I call it mistake, yeah, that's not the proper word, but the second trap you can do is, after grabbing it, you invest even
Just
more
10.
attention to what you have grabbed there. Which means now you're starting to fuel this sword. You're giving energy, you're giving
3,
awareness
2,
to this
1.
sword. And the more this energy is now flowing
Okay, 3
into
more,
your entire
like that.
self, well, the more it's going to carry you away. But the bottom line of living this life is that from morning till evening, we all have thoughts, but the message is 90% of all the thoughts are unnecessary. They don't have a relevance for something that you really want to do when you wake up. If I were to talk with you right now, I have set my mind, I'm going to be concentrated, we have this conversation, and all the thoughts that pop up in between, it's irrelevant.
How many?
So I can
3.
see them coming, and I
Okay,
can
let's
see
go.
them passing. And afterwards, when we have finished this conversation, and any of these
Lift up.
thoughts start to pop up again, then I have still time now to decide, do I want now to follow up on any of the thoughts or not? So that means suddenly you
2
have
more sets of
control.
10.
You have control over your 24-hour stay. If you eat, you eat. If you talk, you talk. If you sleep, you sleep. If you make a movement, you make a movement. This is the way of life. Nowadays the problem is, you talk, you think about eating. You're eating, you think about sleeping. You're sleeping, you think about moving. You're moving, you think about reading. Okay? So for me, it's not I
Okay,
don't
are
want
we
to be
ready?
out of the body. The thing is, I don't want to be unaligned. This is what I don't want to be. Everything about me, I
10.
want it to be aligned. What I feel is what I say, is what I
Lift up.
think, is what I do, is what I act
Deep
upon.
breath.
It's one way. It's not 2 options. Guys,
Vanish tackle stains
Okay.
in a quick wash. Its unique oxy-action accelerator lifts stains as detergent alone is rarely enough. Want to
Let's try again.
the UK's #1 stain
Just
remover?
a 10.
It's free. Now you can.
And then we
with
have
a
one
money-back
final round.
guarantee.
Remember, if you don't have the plates, you're jumping up. If it is starting to hurt your hand or you've bashed it in the wrong way, oh, I've got a little lump in my finger now. Let's go 10.
With a simple search, you can discover the words. Doing things like this. And that there. And even this. Wherever you're going, just go to tours, tickets, and attractions and getyourguide.co.uk.
Get the last 2 in.
Unforgettable
Come
travel
on.
experiences.
New Sensodyne clinical
One.
repair
And
contains something
release.
called Novamin. Novamin starts to provide a blanket over the sensitive areas.
Okay, I
of the
might
tooth
just
to
finish
protect
off.
against sensitivity. I would be recommending.
If you
new
can, carry
Sensodyne
on.
clinical
Go for
repair.
your last 10. If you want to chuck those plates off and go for 5 claps instead, that is up to you as well.
when you see
And then we will
what
have
makes you feel
our original finisher.
this is when you start to realize there is something I can do.
Bring the heart rate up and then we'll have a nice stretch out.
Must come.
So just 5 claps now.
More of them will come. How long do you have to keep up the structure? Until you realize
Okay, are we good?
you don't have to be the slave of your mind. In our approach, this is the beginning of freedom. To not be enslaved again only by your mind. Because the mind,
Okay, lift yourself up.
less
5 claps.
than what you can become. The mind is way less
And
than what you
we are
actually
done there.
are.
Alright, into our finisher.
Mind is too dominant in many people's lives. So all of this structure here is for what? To realign and to give you a new perspective about how you should see the relationship between you and your mind.
Okay, starting off with those burpees, so just get it done however you can.
To master the mind, and not the mind is mastering you. These are two different ways.
We want to try for that full burpee
You will not need
with the tuck jump.
external structure anymore. Once you have understood the core,
After that, we have our kick forwards,
once you have
our
the
punches, our high knees,
core structure, you can
jumping jacks,
discipline means you just do it.
squat jumps,
You sit on it.
hops.
You don't want
I'll
to
probably
make
forget
it
halfway
easy.
through. I've not written it down.
You want
All right, let's go for it. Are we ready? Let's go together in 3,
There's no excuse
2,
because you
1.
just simply have
Let's get it.
to
Get that tuck in.
There are many more things that you're able to work on. You can learn to become more patient. You can learn to live a life with less judgment. You can start observing more instead of judging. Start to live a more honest life. Less lying to other people, less lying to yourself.
3 more.
It's not just discipline. The questions are, so what is the most important? Everything's important. Everybody in this world will have the chance and will have access to practice in self-mastery. There are many of these things which in the beginning make it maybe easy for you to get a feeling of security, get a feeling of safety, and because you're safe, you're able to open more up. But I think a good life is when you live this life to the fullest, regardless of where you are, regardless of in which life circumstances you find yourself in. There are so many things we cannot influence. So everybody needs to find something, to find stability.
What am I doing? Squat jumps. 10.
Still
Or pulse squats.
They will never be able to leave their country. But even for them, there is the chance to find something stable about them and to make something good from this lifetime. To make it be
4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. We didn't get the jump lunges in.
Between their families, between their brothers.
Next time.
Something where
It's
they
been a
feel,
minute.
this gave me strength. This gave me power.
2 more rounds there.
Even something like this can lead to a good
We've got a minute rest.
To the question, where do I start? Find something in your own life at the moment or in the last week that made you feel not okay. And then start investigating it. What was not okay? Which area is it? What was not okay there? And then you figure out what are the 2 points supposed to be that you
Couple
want
of
to
deep breaths.
And
You still got 30 seconds.
Something is not in balance, or that something is not in harmony. You simply know because you don't feel well, or there's something telling you this is not correct, or it should not be like this, or you don't feel well.
We've got 15 seconds.
There's some disharmony,
Okay.
and sometimes,
Shake it out.
oftentimes, is the balance between
Get ready to go.
expectations that
In
you
5,
have towards persons,
3,
towards situations,
2, 1. Let's get it.
and then the reality that you're meeting. If those 2 things are not somehow harmonized, if you don't find a way to make those 2 areas merge into one, you will constantly be in the struggle of this is how it should be and this is how it is. This is I want and this is I don't want. The first step is just to discover or look inside yourself and see what is there out of balance and what needs to be balanced. In order to find it inside of you and in order to
3
be
more.
able to really go with your mind and ask yourself and investigate yourself, your attention must be with yourself. So that's why the first step again is
1 more.
try to not
Tuck
get
if you can.
distracted too much by outside stimuli. Go to a retreat.
Kick.
Make a retreat. Just retreat. Once the attention is there, and once you know it's there, now this attention is able to penetrate deeper. And you can start observing things
3,
about yourself.
1.
And how do you do this? How do you get the attention to a retreat? How do you retreat? You can practice martial arts, you can practice Kung Fu, and you can practice Qigong in such a way that you will realize that all these practices are the perfect methods to exactly spend time with yourself. You realize for yourself when you were having the hard training and you were in the moment where you were reaching the limits, you don't have time to listen to the birds singing.
We've got a
You
minute.
don't have time to
Just one more round.
any problems. You don't dream about any movie and you don't dream of any holiday. The only thing you care about is what and how can you make something with yourself. Concentrate more, tense more up, stay more focused. It is something you are figuring out for yourself. How to maintain this concentration. But the reason why you made it is because you made some Kung Fu. Because you made some training. So you use the training method. You use the Kung Fu. You use the Qigong in order to get back to yourself.
Just one more.
And this is why the Kung Fu and the Qigong
And we're stopping short
very, very helpful
because I know you guys can do more than this.
to get access again to yourself. You bring out
If you're fully recovered way before that minute,
a nice person about yourself.
you need to start pushing a little bit harder.
Benefit from it. People around you gonna benefit.
If you
from
can't pick up the pace, that means getting more rounds
it.
done.
This is what you can do if you want to change the world. Change yourself first.
And let's go.
People around you feel, then already you have made small impact. You don't need to change the world, try to fix the problems on the other side of the world. If at the moment you still have a lot of issues in your very close surroundings, keep up this mirror in front of you and watch yourself. Can't stop blaming people like always searching for an excuse, searching for somebody why he did this and he did that and they are all responsible. I feel so bad.
Three.
They don't feel bad, you feel bad. So it's nothing that they have a problem, you have the problem. I'm not under pressure, I don't put myself under pressure. And because I'm not under pressure,
One more.
I just look inside myself and see if I have the answers or not. Because sometimes I don't have answers to everything. Gratefulness, thankfulness, compassion, love. Sometimes those four we are also regarded as qualities of the heart. So how do you know that you have this type of quality? Because you feel it. And where do you feel it? It's amongst the strongest feelings a human can have. From where would I say does it radiate? From the heart, from the center. And what is love? It is a massive expansion from the center,
6,
which is embracing everything.
9,
Some people
Rest.
say love is God.
take it down.
Makes sense?
Come on.
It
Sit it all the way
expands from
down.
the center and embraces everything. Which means it's everywhere.
Oh,
The ultimate truth
Okay.
of the universe is
feels
ultimate.
like it's been
So
forever.
what is this feeling of love? You feel connected. You feel connected to humans. You feel connected
Open the
to
heart.
this place. You feel
Look up.
connected to the nature. You even feel connected to people you don't know.
Breathe deep.
Even if they live on the other side of the world. You feel connected
Take a
to
moment.
them. You feel that
And
on the earth we're connected.
fold
The
it forward,
people,
don't
the solar
force it.
system we're connected. You even feel in case there would be some type of beings on the Mars, you even feel for them. Because the
the way
connection
over.
doesn't end. And now because you're connected, and because you're connected now,
Look
and
up.
you see somebody is crying there, and you see somebody is suffering there, and you see somebody has a hard time.
Back through center.
It doesn't matter because of what. You feel also something inside this connectivity where you would actually like to raise all of them up,
Okay, rotate it around
to
to the
get
other
out
side.
of that state where you see them in. How does
just now forgiveness.
Hold it there. Back through the centre.
Let
And
go.
pull back, straighten up.
Forgive.
And
Let go.
reach.
Forget.
And pull back.
Forget about what?
Reach.
Let go of what? Forgive.
Pull back.
Forget.
Bring
Let
one
go
leg out front.
of what is
Other one just
stopping
there.
you
Again.
from connecting.
Again, we fold forward here.
What is stopping me from connecting? Watching through the world only through this body. This is what stops you.
Cross that leg over. Rotate round. And release. Big rotation. Let's fold it forward here. Push that knee down. And then bring both feet together. Sit nice and upright. Pulse the knees outwards. Just keep one leg there. I'm gonna come to our 90-90. Rotate it round over the top of that leg before we come into pigeon pose. Okay, keep that leg as it is and just rotate the other one underneath. And again, you're sitting over the top of that leg. All your weight is going into the front. Hold it there for a couple of seconds. And then we will sit it up, grab for that foot. Just there. And release it back down, rotate through. So come back to your start position. We're just going to switch exactly the same on the other side. Into that 90-90, fold it forward. Hold it there, relax. Relax into it. Okay. Try and keep that front leg as straight as you can. Get a nice stretch when you sit over the top of that back leg. And same thing again, reach back for the foot. And release. Okay, come into your kneeling position. Let's breathe into the back. Breathe in. And release. Breathe in. And release. One more. And release it. Okay, let's keep the feet together, knees go out nice and wide. Drop it down to your forearms there. Hold it there. Rock it all the way back. And rock it forward. Drop the chest, extend the arms. Bring the feet out. And then hands can come just outside your chest and push up. And release. And bring the knees knees together. Push all the way back into child pose. And then let's drop it in and stretch the abs. Drop in, stretch out there, and push it back. Drop yourself in, and push back. One more, drop in, push back, and then come back to your kneeling position. One leg comes up top, and let's get a nice big rotation in there. Rotate round. And release, sit it back. And walk it forward. And back. Okay, typically they say that, you know, this would count as mobility and it usually comes before exercise. But to increase your flexibility, you have to do mobility. So holding static stretches does not increase your flexibility. It's through moving through your joints. That's where you increase your range of motion, increase your flexibility, and that's when you'll find you'll be able to hold the stretches for longer. So you have probably noticed this. We always come and we sit with our legs wide and we fold forward into our pancake. When we first try to reach, we can't do it. But as soon as we've opened out both sides and when we walk through center, we're able to come out a lot further. So that's where it sort of comes in, because if we were to do a static stretch, we would only be holding it there. And that's no good. That's not improving anything. So yeah, I do like to do this is how I would work my flexibility. If I want to improve my flexibility, I would work through mobilizing first, and then I would hold the stretches after. I wouldn't go straight into stretching, even if my muscles are warm, even if I've done a workout and I feel that I have worked hard. You still have to move through your range of motion to open it up, to be able to increase it, if that makes sense. Okay, hold it there. Let's get a rotation in. So just holding stretches by themselves with no movement is not gonna increase flexibility. It will maintain the flexibility that you have, for sure, but it won't increase anything. You have to do it through movement. Otherwise we would all be super flexible. Okay, bring that leg all the way back, and same thing on the other side. And release. Okay, tuck your toes under, rock it all the way back. Walk your hands in, round up through the spine, rotate the shoulders, and well done, well done. Congratulate yourselves for showing up, for getting it done. Even if you might not have felt the best today, you showed up for yourself, and I hope to get a leg workout in for you before I go. As I said, next load will be on the 23rd. So I will have a more structured work set. I didn't have my calendar set up for this month, so things have been a bit all over the place. But we will be back, and I will see you soon, guys. Take care. Have a great day.